Hello, my name is Kiriath, and good grief, this is a video heavy day. So, we now have some pictures of the new Chaos Havocs, courtesy of Ben V94 on Reddit. We also have the sprues as well, same chap, excellent work. And, well, we're going to have a quick look at them and have a little chat about them right now. Straight off the bat, I really like them. I genuinely really do, unsurprisingly, probably. I mean, I did like the Chaos Space Marine squad redesign, so why wouldn't I like this? The rotor cannon and heavy bolter, especially, I do like the posing on those models. I like the little touch of the claws that seem to have been welded into the feet. It gives them a very planted, very stable look, which is a nice way to separate them, I think, from the standard Chaos Space Marines, which, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't believe have that same thing going on. They altogether, for whatever reason, look just a bit more chunky, a bit more planted than the standard Chaos Space Marines, which I really, really like. I will say the helmets I absolutely love. I really like those. They're still clearly Chaos Space Marine in nature. They're unmistakably Chaos Space Marine. And they are complex in a way with all the wires and conduits and cables and stuff. But the way that they're kind of scraped back, it means they're not too busy. They seem to fulfill I don't really know what purpose that many wires could possibly fulfill, but they seem to fulfill purpose without being like ludicrously over the top or like really excessive. I think overall the helms especially are like a solid standout point for me, as well as the legs, just for that really solid planted feel. Something I'm not a massive fan on is the repeated poses, if I'm honest. Now with the rotor cannon and the heavy bolter, it's not so much of an issue, because the way that they hold those weapons and the complete difference in silhouette between those weapons means that although the pose is the same, it's nowhere near as noticeable. The missile launcher and las cannon, however, and I will say I love the las cannon, I love the fact it's an on-the-shoulder las cannon, I'm so happy about that, it looks quality. The overall silhouette of those is way too similar. I know with the missile launcher you've got that kind of, would you call that a magazine, loading, whatever, like all the missiles sticking out the top of it. I know you've got that, and you've got like the loading arm, which is really funny to me. I don't know why. I still can't work out exactly how that would work, because it doesn't look like the loading arm can actually move to the, like, rotate. It seems to only be able to go forward and back. So how that works, I don't know. It still looks cool, so I don't care. But I know there are those there, but the overall pose is way too similar. I mean, the guy with the missile launcher is holding one of the missiles in his hands, or like in his hand off to the side. The las cannon wielding one has got exactly the same pose, except he's just got his fist rotated and not holding anything. The arm is still out in a weird way. I would have much preferred to see that arm up and steadying the las cannon, just because it would have looked different. It would have looked a little bit more dynamic. It wouldn't look quite so static. Weirdly, the one with the missile launcher doesn't look static even though he's in the same pose, because he's holding something in one arm, because the missile launcher is pointed up slightly and his head's looking away. He looks like he's adjusting. He looks like he's just fired. He looks like he's about to do something. The las cannon one, because the arm's just stuck out to the side and the las cannon's on the shoulder and they're facing directly forwards, it looks very, very static. It looks like a statue version of the missile launcher guy, which is a shame, because in a squad that small, I don't really think you need to have two identical poses, which is what those are, which I'm not massively impressed by that, to be honest. I would be tempted to try and kit bash things a little bit, to try and adjust one of the legs, like maybe have one of them kneeling down or something, maybe do a bit of surgery with one of the standard Space Marine guys, and see if you can't repose the legs a little bit, just to make it look a bit different. That said, they feel heavy, these guys. They look a little bit up-armoured, they look nice and chunky. The overall look of them is really good. It's just a shame about that one repeated... Well, I say one repeated pose. It's two repeated poses, but one of them is way more noticeable than the other, which is a pity. The squad leader there, excellent top knot work, looking good. Again, I would be tempted to use another helm. I wouldn't go for a head necessarily, but that's just personal taste. I like the dangly chains and all the stuff that's coming down from their torsos. I really like that. I know that quite a few people don't, but it's right up there. It's the kind of thing I like to see from this stuff. So, yeah, overall, pretty damn solid. I really like those. Genuinely, really do. I'm looking forward to mangling a couple of them to make them look a bit more unique, but overall, really happy. Solid looking squad. I really do like the on the shoulder layers cannon. I don't know why I like that so much, but I just do. Quality. I'm really liking the way this Chaos release is shaped up. It's been very rarely disappointing, and for the most part, this stuff has been really well done. So there you go, guys. That is the Chaos Havocs. They look quality. Let me know what you think about them in the comments down below. In the meantime, feel free to click all the things, Patreon, video, subscribe, all of that stuff. Click it if you like. Don't click if you don't want to, and I will see you for the next one. Toodaloo.